Really thicker than water?
Why is your heart so dark?
I'm your brother. I'm here for you.
How much country from? That's daily mama drama.
She's a damaged person. What the hell?
What do you think? That's not calling that. What is that? You like it? I need to appoint tomorrow we need to do.
You understand? We want them to be part of our family.
Bunny.
Oh, was a rolling stone.
That orange.
Oh.
Heating a car. Sundays at 7 p.m. on Saturday. DSTV, the home of local.
Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's just a short hangout, you guys. I'm lazy to cook, so sizoxoxa ngothando nesithembu instead of me cooking. Hi, Tremaine. Hello. Hi, Mam Go. Steady live, Mam Go. Steady live, Mam Go. Ziphe zinhle. Hello. Ausi Kobo Guy. Hello, Ausi. Hi guys, what are you doing this Sunday? How are you doing this Sunday? People have been asking for a live, but I haven't done my lives in a long time, so I thought let me do a short one just to get back to being live. And we'll talk about Mayeni a little bit. Since we had Ilokuzan, what's the uncut? Hi, Pumelele Mpume. Ngizanazo. Hi guys, welcome to Reality Buzz TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So let me singibeke lapha iy'thebe ngoba vele angiqobi ngishaya ngathi ngiyapheka. I am Tanda Sitishin. Hello, doing well. Looking forward to the December holidays. It's December. I wish that December was declared a holiday as a whole. Yabona nje indaba yokuthi Monday fanele sivuke. I'm looking forward to holiday as well. Ndisapheka iyeza live this evening. Yeah, I'll be joining. Please remind me, Mam Go, WhatsApp. So you guys, on Friday, we got the first episode of the special. So say uthando nesithembu. Honestly, you guys, ilokhuzana uthando nesithembu is setting ngathini ibona basetha ama-trends when it comes to reality TV in South Africa. Because we haven't really had specials like this development reality shows. You get a season, and if you get a reunion, you get a reunion. And yeah, I think they're even beating all Real Housewives. So they're giving us this special, which honestly, you guys, I was excited to have them back on our screens, but also I was nervous about the fact that it was supposed to be unseen scenes. So I was like, hey, kuzoba repetitive. So one is into that we've seen before, and the bazosbora with a content that we already know. Yabo. But you guys, I think bakwazile ukuthi basinike some of the things that we can talk about while we are waiting for the new season. I think the new season is coming in February. Mam Gogonja, what's the dates for the new season? But it's coming in Feb next year, season 9. So yeah, we got the special on Friday, uncut, and it was focused mostly on Mayeni. It's 5 episodes. And it's likely that since it's 5 episodes, each episode is focused on the wife. But loko sokubona in this coming Friday, if the next week is focused on the next wife, then we know each episode is focused on each wife. I just have no idea why they started with Umayeni. Maybe they started with Umayeni because Umayeni is the real number one. Okay, like she's the one that actually did. She's the one that actually met Umselegu first. I don't know. Maybe Umayeni was the one that had too many things to address, or more interesting things to address, or they knew that Umayeni had more things that we were going to talk about in her special, so they wanted to drop those bombs so that people get to talk about the show, and those that were not interested in talking about the special, even now will get interested and they will come and watch. So one of the things that Umayeni said on the special, first she said, she feels like her marriage has changed. Okay, not her marriage, her relationship has changed. Because she says that she feels like her relationship from when she was dating Umselegu to when now she is married to Umselegu is different. Which very most people would say, which when Mausasamjolweni kuba different for when you're married. Sometimes you will feel like your partner changes once you are married. They don't make as much efforts, and then you feel like the marriage is not what you were expecting. Hi, Monday. The marriage is not what you were expecting. So I guess even what am I saying? Umayeni is feeling the same thing, that it's different. She even went as far as making a comment to say she wishes that she had stayed as a girlfriend. She wishes that she had stayed as a girlfriend. I think out of all of the wives, Umayeni, for me, had always felt like the one wife that shouldn't have married into Isthembu. And I think it was just an issue of she fell in love with a person that ended up wanting Isthembu. And it was like, what am I going to do? This is the person that I love. So she ended up getting in. But I don't feel like her personality, iyavumelana Isthembu. People have said that is a person that does not have a personality that suits polygamy. But I feel like at least Umangwabe from the beginning, she dated a man that was a polygamist. Whereas Umayeni, it sounds like she dated a man that was not a polygamist. And then somewhere along the line, while they were in a relationship, he introduced the idea of now being a polygamist, and she had to adjust or leave. And she did try to leave, but I guess I can't again. Asazi noma Umselegu uthe asazi noma Umselegu uthe, and then wabuya Umayeni, but ubuyile lokhuzana ubuyile to polygamy. But she said that she wishes that she had stayed as a girlfriend. I guess she felt like maybe she ubezonakwa or ubezohlonishwa better, or she would be treated better if she was still a girlfriend. So being a wife, she feels like things have changed. She did say though that now, currently with Umselegu, they are okay. She is okay. And she feels like her and Umselegu, they are okay. But it's like people just expect them to be together all the time, which really cannot happen. But it's Tenjini, and sometimes Umselegu is not around where she is, so there should not be an expectation that they are always going to be together just because they are okay with each other. Then towards the end of the episode, she says that there are things that happened in Mzumbe when they lived in Mzumbe, that even her, she will see them on the show. Like she wouldn't be told that things are happening echo in Mzumbe, and she will just see things on TV. She wouldn't be told that things are happening And she also went on to say nanokuthi akufananwa kaMseleku, meaning ukuthi they are not the same. It felt to me like she is really saying that they are not treated the same. And I did not feel like maybe that refers to the treatment of the children. I felt like she's referring to how they, as the wives, are treated by Umseleku. They are not treated the same when she says that akufananwa. And I started thinking about, what could be the things that she is referring to when she says ukuthi kaMseleku akufananwa. And I know that, like when the show started, remember back in season 1, season 2, and I remember in season 1 seeing Umseleku move from house to house, and he would go to, I remember him going to Mayeni's house. I think he was renovating Ikishi Mayeni or garage. No, I think he had just done Ikishi Mayeni. The old houses are same in Zombe. He had just done Ikishi Mayeni. I think he was doing a garage. And then the next scene, he is at Mangwabe's house. And Mangwabe, with Mangwabe, he was finishing her kitchen. And then he went to Makumalo. I don't know what he was doing to Makumalo. So it looked like if he was renovating the houses, he was doing it with all of the wives at the same time. So he is trying to make sure that things are equal. I remember even one of the wives, I don't know if it was Mayen or Makumalo, talking about how Selegu built them, the houses, before the houses were double stories, and then built the houses, and then at some point decided to add, on one part of their houses, decided to add the one story. And he did that for all of them. So at the beginning of the show, when they started, it did feel like Umseleku was trying or making an effort to make sure things were equal. Even when he was giving them the cars, it looked like he had given them, you get a car, you get a car. Everybody gets a car. It was the same. It was the same kind of a car. Every wife got the same kind of imoto. But now, with them doing the show, and Nabo Bayasebenza, and also doing the show now, Nabo Sebenzele imali yabo separate from Umseleku. So now it looks like izindlu zabo I funny at all. For an example, remember when Umakumalo did the bedroom, she did her upstairs bedroom, that beautiful space that she did. And I remember when she sat down Umseleku and asked, and asked Baba ngicela renovate the bedroom. Uqinisile umayeni ukuthi umshado ngempela ke the fact that wena ucela ukurenovate baba ngicela ungivumele, like, please allow me to use my money to renovate the bedroom. And Umseleku said yes. And she renovated the bedroom. So I think now, when they left them, they did not look the same, because obviously each wife was able to do something unique for their own houses. But I wonder if there are things that Umseleku did for some of the wives, for one wife, then he did not do for the other, which maybe is the reason why Umayeni is saying, akufananwa kaMseleku. So as wives, they are not being treated the same. That is one element of it. Another element of it that I thought about was just the fact that the big thing that they discussed in the episode was the fact that Mayeni did not want to go to this one dinner that they had this last episode. And because she did not want to go to this one dinner, they were threatening that they were not going to pay her. Imagine you are shooting a reality show, which means, half your life is on TV already during the time that you are shooting. But because you don't want to go to this one dinner, now they are saying they're not going to pay you. But there is a wife that did not go to the trip. Macele did not go to the trip. The whole season trip. How many episodes was a trip? Was it not 3 or 4 episodes? You know? Because there was a day they arrived, and there's a day that they are arriving and Mayeni is not there. And then the next day Mayeni arrived, and then they did the games and everything. And then I think it's 3 days. So that means that for 3 days they are shooting a Tripini. Macele is not there, you know. And I guess maybe we will see when they do Macele special, did she get threatened to not get paid? Because if they don't do that with Umacele, then I can see why Umayeni is saying that akufanano akamseleko, you know, akufanano, because it's amanye amakhosikazi ayakwazi ukuthi hayi mina angifuni, mina ngiyi. We've seen Umangwabe when they are when they were at a trip or something, and she decided that she wasn't going to go to dinner. But she was there with trip, but she decided she wasn't going to go to dinner or something. So Konizinto that the other wives will decide they don't want to do. They don't want to participate in. So why is it a problem when Umayeni does not want to do it? So maybe she's referring to that when she says that akufanana. And then when it comes to like izinto that happened Mzumbe, and she doesn't know. I did wonder, you guys, what those were. But I did wonder, you remember that big scene that was shot when Umseleko was giving Mpumelelo Nolwandle the cars. I did wonder if she knew that whole thing was going to be done that day. Maybe she felt like Makhumalo knew that the whole arrangement was made, that the boys were going to be given cars. Maybe I don't know. But obviously, Tina, as people that watch the show, we can only imagine things that are on the show when she says that things happen in Mzumbe where she's not told and she will only see them on TV, because those are the things we've seen. We've seen the scene where he was giving the boys Zilokuzana the cars in Mzumbe. We've seen him khuluma no Coco Flow, baceba ku Coco Flow, kushiswa impepho. There was some impepho eshiswe uMayeni engekho, but I thought she knew. She just opted not to come. And so yeah, I guess I would have loved for them to have told us more. But what does she mean when she says things do happen Mzumbe and she's not told certain things? Yeah. But you guys, I think I did mention in one of my videos that I do feel like the uncut is like I think they had a difficult time shooting the last season. I might be wrong, but I get the feeling that they did have a difficult time shooting the last season because the wives were just not pleasant. The wives were just angry. Maybe they were angry at their husband. Maybe they were angry at production. Maybe they needed a break and production wouldn't give them a break. But I also feel like, but they are also production. Like your husband is also like, why wouldn't you just give your family a break if they need a break? Last season was the season that, for the most part, I felt like they should have taken a break. 7 seasons of being on TV is no child's play. Like if every year you have to prepare for weeks of being around cameras, and then after that you deal with social media response, that is not a small thing. So last year was the one season that I felt like, it's not last year, it's this year early. Yeah, we watched in January. So season 8 was like the one season where I felt like, they should have taken a break. As much as we enjoyed them on screen, but watching them as a family, it was just not a unit anymore. And none of the wives looked like they were having fun. Even the wife that always looked like she was having the most fun, when everybody was mad and upset and frustrated, Makhumalo had always looked like she enjoyed shooting the show, okay? If we have a trip to go to, she will go. If there's a picnic to go to, if there's a dinner, whatever she needed to do to shoot the show, Makhumalo was there with a smile to support her husband. But even her last season, she was just over it. So I did feel like last season, they should have, considered taking a break, just, I'm in 1 year and then maybe come back. So I feel like the special, it feels to me like it's a, angazi noma ngithi PR noma angithi HR. Yes, it's not PR, Ilokozana. Uncut, it's HR. They are trying to get their employees to get in line, Guys, we're shooting a show here. You cannot just decide when you're not going to shoot a scene. If we're having dinner, you need to show up. Let's address the issues that you have right now on this uncut special, so that when we are shooting season 9, we're not going to have the issues that we had in season 8. Okay. If you have an issue with your husband, state them right now. Let's address them, because we do want to have a smooth season 9. It feels like that for me. I might be wrong, but it feels like that. But I think it will be more clearer when we see how the other episodes go. We will see, is it really, am I wrong or am I right? Okay. It's a 6 episode, Mamko. I think the 6th will be Mselegu's episode. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it will be all the 5 wives, and then it could be that Mselegu. I'm sure Mselegu would be the most dramatic one. Mselegu would be the most dramatic one. He will use that episode. They should have made his episode the first one. He will use his if they make his episode the last one, they will use his episode to set us up for season 9. So he will drop all of the bombs in his episode. He will insult his wives and throw them under the bus, so that all of that they can address it in season 9. Hey, Mommy, I love you so much. I'm Pam from Durban. Pam, why are you in Durban? I'm also in Durban. And it's a little bit cloudy today. Rest in peace. Who the hell is that? May you rest in peace. Mamko Posim. I think Mayani's pregnancy before marriage, Yenza, Wamshada. That's possible, Mamko, because I think if family yasonta, so maybe because even remember they did say that the family was against polygamy initially. So it's a possibility that after they had a child, then maybe her mom and dad felt good. What? So what can we do? So let's just let them, get married. But guys, Umayan is not that old. It's not like Umayan is my age. And Dangayami, there are a lot of people that have kids that did not get married. Okay. She still had a choice not to get married to Umselegu. And when they were talking about it and they were saying she got married in 2009, I was like, hey, 2009 was just the other day, So it's not even that they have been married for so long, but they've had so much happen. But Makwela's episode will be an interesting because we're really going to know her. You know what, Sekho? I am going to manage my expectations when it comes to Makwela, because I was disappointed in last season. Makwela is not an entertaining personality for me. And maybe she is for the people in her age group. She was not, I had so much expectation. I felt like with the addition of a new wife, we were going to get the new spice, and then she came in and it was like, so, but there are people that really like Ulona, Umakwela. So we'll wait and see. I really want to see. I feel like Klampe, it will be interesting because I'm sure we won't see her interact a lot with the other wives, because it looks like the wife is shooting their special separate from the other wives. so we won't see her interact with the other wives. I had actually thought that when they were showing the trailer that Omayeni, they were going to attend Makwela's baby shower, because they show Mayeni and immediately after that they show Makwela's baby shower. But I was wrong because it was two different things. So I think where we are really going to see content interesting is when they actually get to show us now when Makwela meets, okay, we've seen her meet Umacele, now meeting Umayeni, interacting with Umayeni, interacting with Umakhumalo, interacting with Umangwabi, you know. When that happens, then, you know, I think I might, you know. So, but for me, I'm managing my expectations with Umakwela because last season, Shema I was disappointed. I was disappointed. And also, we'll find out about that second baby because people do say that Makwela has a second baby. So I'm wondering about the baby shower. Is it the baby shower for the first baby or is it the second baby? Makwela ufike wayiphesa kaMacele. Exactly. It's like she replaced Usne. Ufike wayiphesa kaMacele. And honestly, you guys, to be honest, if she wanted, if her intention was to build a relationship with the other wives, that was the wrong move. To come in and be Pesca Macele, because everyone now is looking at her like, you know, when anje ulethwe ukuzogila thina, you know. So I think that now it does look like maybe she's not interested in building a relationship with the other wives from us watching, because people will be like, you guys don't know. You guys don't know. We are talking from watching the show. So I think if she was invested in getting to know the other wives, okay. If she was interested in getting to know the other wives, then she should have avoided, not to say what she should have treated Umacele as her enemy, but she should have avoided being her pest. Phili, hi Phili, Makwela and Mabiela. Engathi same WhatsApp group ungalala uzume kodwa ungcono uMakwela kunoMabiyela. uMabiyela is just beautiful. uMabiyela ngathi ungambuka kuphela. Hayi ungambuka kuphela angakhuluma ngenzi lutho because I no. Yeah, uMabiyela is just beautiful, and for TV you need a little bit of personality. You know, you need a little bit of personality. And Umakwela, there were moments like on the show, she wasn't giving me anything on the show. But there were moments with diary session where she will say funny things. Like, you remember when she said, and she was supposed to give Umselego medication. What did she say, Gonj? There's something like, this is not, you know, what she's here for. There's something funny she said about giving Umselego medication. So there were funny things that she would say during the diary session. She did have funny moments, even though she wasn't giving in the episodes. Umakwela most of the time, even when she's hanging out with Macele's kids, she has become Macele's child. But you must just wait for her. One day Macele will tell her, I am not your friend. I am not your friend. And I can't wait, you guys, for somebody to ask Umacele to explain to us the whole Makwela situation, because I don't mind the fact that they get along, because at the beginning, that's what they were trying to sell to us from the beginning, that you can be in a polygamous family and get along and be like a united family. That's the idea they were trying to sell to us. So I don't have a problem with the fact that Macele gets along with Umakwela. But Macele, the way I fought for Macele when Macele was trying to convince people, listen, she had an agreement with Umselegu that after 20 years of them being married, she was not going to attend anything that had to do with Umselegu taking another wife. After Mseleko was supposed to take as many wives as he possibly could before their 20th anniversary. After that, he was not allowed to take another wife, and also she was not going to get involved in anything that had to do with Mseleko taking another wife. That's the reason she did not go to Makhumalo's umembeso. I want to say / wedding, but it wasn't a wedding because Makhumalo hasn't done the wedding. Manje, when Makwela, and I understood fully when Makwela was explaining that way, people did not understand. People were like, no, but you've built a friendship now with Makhumalo. Whether you had that agreement with Mseleko or not, now you have built a friendship with Makhumalo. Now you should go and attend umcimbi wakhe. I was with Makwela to say no, but if that's what they agreed on, that's what they agreed on with her husband. How uMakwela? Mina ngakhuluma ngaze ngashizwa ngithi yes, I understand uMakwela, that's the agreement with her husband. So if her husband decided he's not going to complete the process of taking his wives before 20 years, if Makwela does not want to go, she shouldn't. Nangu Makwela phela sekufika uMakwela. How? Makwela, then 20 years, Makwela, the 20 years has fallen off now that it's Makwela. That is where I really understood now that it wasn't really about the 20 years, it wasn't about the anniversaries. It really was about the fact that it was Makhumalo that was having an event. And honestly, I feel like we owe Makhumalo an apology. Because at the time, I felt like Makhumalo was just not wanting to understand that situation, Mrs. Tenjini, Makwela is trying to explain to you, you should understand. I mean, so why should she come to a wedding, okay? But now I can say that it really was because it was just Makhumalo that was having a member. So it wasn't about the 20 years. The 20 years was used as an excuse because if it is the 20 years, even now with Makwela, she should not be getting involved, but she is. So she lost me there, but I would like to hear from her, how does she explain it? How does she explain it? I don't think she will even build a healthy relationship with the other wives, especially now that they all live separately, not Mzumbe. Yes, it's even more. It was already difficult because every time they would be shooting a season, it would look like they were not spending time together unless they're going to events. But bebehlala Mzumbe. So can you imagine now? Abasahlala Mzumbe. So now you have to make, like nabangani with people in high school, and then nise class all of you over sit my lecture halls all the time. You take lines together, nihlale rest together. Friendship is easy. Now you move to different provinces. Some are married, some are not, some are what. It becomes difficult to maintain a friendship. I think with them, even that is even more. So in terms of them having difficulty building any kind of relationship, because number one, who wants to go spend time with their husband's wife? Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. So now it's going to be hard because nobody is going to be making an effort to build that friendship. Mayeni mentioned on Friday that they hadn't seen each other until now, that they are shooting. It always felt like that because it would feel like they are not updated on each other's lives. And also, I don't know if it was just for the show, they will be asking each other about things that we also saw on the show. And I was like, didn't you ask her in between seasons about this? This is no longer polygamy for the wives, but for Mseleko alone. But guys, polygamy is never for the wife. I mean, I've never believed it. I've never believed that polygamy is for the wives. Polygamy is always for a man. Polygamy can only be for a woman if a woman is the one that is taking multiple partners. But there is no way. You get less time you get more disrespect, you get more disregard. How the hell would it ever be for you? Your kids get less time with their father. And how is that even ever for you as a woman? But obviously, some people would say that it works for them. But I don't know, because I don't imagine it being for a woman. It's always for a man, and women just compromise because I guess they love that man and they don't want to leave the marriage, so they decide to stay and make it work. Macele has something going for Mark K, and she better tell us the truth, because it's really not about that she is Ingane Yasendaweni. She is, remember, she even made that comment last season. She said, they must not make me start talking about how everybody came to join this family when she was upset with them. I think how they joined this family, how everybody joined this family. So I feel like she has things that she has been holding on to that we don't know about. So, but with both Macele and Mayeni, they do have some resentment towards the whole setup of a polygamy, but more specifically directed at Umakhumalo more than anybody else. So, and I don't understand why Umakhumalo, because after Makhumalo, Mangwabe came. And also even with Umacele, after you, there was Mayeni. But Umacele, sometimes it's not like she is more upset at Mayeni. It's like she is more upset at Umakhumalo than Mayeni. But there was also Mangwabe after Mayeni, but Umakhumalo. So actually there is something that they don't tell us about the Makhumalo situation. Because why her? Why is everybody, why does it look like everybody is more resentful towards her coming into the family compared to everybody else? Listen, you guys, I have to go now. Maybe we'll do another one later on. Messi says it's like their social medias move the storyline more than they should for the show. Yeah, I think also they do use, I've seen that the producers use the social media to guide them on what to address on their show. So sometimes there are episodes where you feel like they're just answering social media, answering. So it makes the show less interesting. Last season, you will have one episode about something else, and then you will think they will continue on that topic next episode, and then the next episode they just address something totally different. So yeah, there is a use of social media a lot on the show to sort of I don't know, help them to come up with content or help them to address. I do think that Umusam Selegu is a person that is always very concerned about what people are saying about him and the show and the wives on social media. So he's always trying to control the narrative on social media. So yes, you guys. But also, not all of them are on social media though. Macele is not very present on social media. It's not Makhumalo Mayeni and Mangwabe just a little bit. Makwela, I don't even think Makwela knows, like, understands where she is like right now, because Aibo, Papamabo. I think the one person that has Papama as far as the social media is concerned and realized, you are in one of the biggest TV shows in South Africa right now, okay? Make the coins. The next few years, make the coins is Tirelo. Whoever is helping her with her social media and stuff is really doing a good job. I think Makwela needs to get a person as well. You might not be there for long. Also, statistics say that women live a little bit longer, okay? Okay, you know what I mean? So just make those coins, girl, okay? Makwela is Ingane Yasendaweni nayo, so what? Exactly, yes. ingane yasendaweni. That's the thing that now I'm saying into kamacele now, like all of Macele's argument points now are gone. 20 years gone now. Ingane yasendaweni gone now. Like you can't use that against Makhumalo now because 20 years, here's Makwela. Ingane yasendaweni, you can't be upset that she was ingane yasendaweni because here is another ingane yasendaweni. And you are goning ingane yasendaweni. So now all of that is gone. So Aibo, abaye kuMakhumalo manje. It's enough. Makwela bekufanele ufumana i-brand deals would also yes, brand deals with guys, Purity, Pampers. Yes, Mamko. That's why I was looking at TikTok work and TikTok work and TikTok wasemakhaya nje. I'm like, hey, does Makwela know who she is right now? Does Makwela know who she is right now? Makwela should call Tirelo and ask her, even if she doesn't get like the same person that is helping Tirelo, but that person can refer her to somebody. And then she needs to scrap that social media. Instagram market is a little bit better. I saw she was modeling for someone, but even that I was like, she needs to do something, guys. In the next 3 years, we should not even be able to recognize Makwela's life. I don't know. I mean, there's a video going around of Makwela walking at the mall with the diary session dress. The one that I'm like, what is Makwela doing at a mall with a diary session dress? I don't know if she's barefoot or with slippers or something, okay? I'm like, she has no idea who she is, this woman right now, okay? I really did think that she needs someone to help her. It's like Usne, I think Usne's social media now, especially like on Facebook, she's really like trying now to like streamline it and make it yabo. But even Usne late, guys, Usne should be big, should be getting big deals. That's what I want on my social media. We must have a live about Vuyo and her fans. Those ones. Yeah, I can't deal with those. We cannot be allowed to talk about somebody. You can't not be allowed. Guys, Vuyo is a celebrity, a big one, just like the people we're talking. Imagine here if now we can't talk about Mayeni. No, I can't talk about Mayeni, but Mayeni was on Mzansi Magic on Friday. No, I can't talk about Mayeni. If I talk about Mayeni, leave Mayeni alone. Hey. Can you imagine that? Yes, you guys, we'll probably do another one later. I have to. I'm a bomb. Are you on Facebook? I was on Facebook. But Stugani on Facebook, just one post, go there and just do one post, just say some. And the thing is, whether it's positive or negative about Vuyo, they just go crazy. That's why it's mina bahlanya. Because whether we're posting the positive or negative, you can go there and write exactly what was said on the show. But anyways, you guys, those who did not follow the story, so Vuyo was mentioned on the show. If you check Reality Buzz, there are a few videos I did yesterday. But I think she just got irritated by the fact that she got mentioned and she wasn't able to respond. So she went and wrote some posts on Facebook. I can't even say she was telling her side of the story because she wasn't responding to what was said. Because Mayeni was talking about the fact that Vuyo took the child without telling her that she was permanently taking the child. If she was responding to that, she would have explained that situation. Because maybe Mayeni is lying. I did tell her I was taking the child. Throw it on the side, but thing. She would have said that Mayeni is lying or Mayeni is telling the truth or whatever, or I told Mpumelelo just didn't tell his mother. That's responding. No, she decided that she was going to reveal more things that she had kept a secret about her being part of that family. I think I also understand that, guys. I don't think she knew that she was going to be the topic on Friday. And she was not part of the, she was part of the topic, but she wasn't giving an opportunity to explain herself. So it was like one-sided. So she decided to put a post where she told us about the whole journey of her falling pregnant. She fell pregnant. When she was pregnant, she was accused of witchcraft. They broke up with Mpumelelo. Somebody with fake accounts started swearing at Umayeni, and they thought that it was her because the person had used her name to create fake accounts. And then what else did she say? They broke up, and then she had her baby. I actually went and watched when season 2, where Vuyo was talking about her pregnancy, because I wanted to see what she said. She does say, you guys, that Mpumelelo was not around. In fact, even Mpumelelo does confirm that he wasn't around during the pregnancy. When they go to see the doctor when Vuyo is pregnant, he is going to see a doctor with Tirelo when Tirelo is pregnant. He does say it's the first time he's going to see a doctor during a pregnancy, because when Vuyo was pregnant, he was not around. They were not getting along. That's what Mpumelelo says, was they were not getting along with Mhlopekazi's mom. So he wasn't around. So the experience of going to a doctor with a pregnant mommy was the first time for Mpumelelo. He says that. So I felt like it goes in line with what Vuyo was saying, because Vuyo says that they broke up and everything. It looks like it was a very stressful situation. Don't understand how Vuyo ended up getting back together with Mpumelelo, but they did. They got back together. But it's like Vuyo, before she even met Mayeni, they were already having issues with each other, because there was an account online that was swearing at Mayeni, and Mayeni thought that account was Vuyo. Now, Vuyo says that later on they did find out that it was somebody else that was that had created that account. One of Umelelo's girlfriends, they say. And that person apologized. Okay. It's a believable story, you guys. Okay, it's a believable story. They say that the apologies were issued. It looks like they moved on. There is just one tiny element of that story that for me is like, if such a dramatic story happened, let me tell you something. Musamselek is going to want that to make part of the story, you know. So the fact that Musamselek does not want this story to make it to TV, he hasn't mentioned it. It makes it very suspicious. Because let me tell you, Lolly, remember Queen Lolly's story? It happened outside of the show. They were not shooting when Queen Lolly's story happened. But they found a way of making that part of the storyline on Ingane's team. They found a way of making it part of a storyline on Ingane's team, because they knew how much people were going to watch the show if that made it part of the show. So I do wonder about why Musamselek wouldn't want this to be revealed on the show. Even though they do want to talk about the Vuyo and the kids and the whatever situation, but they don't want to reveal that whole drama that took place. Okay. Listen, you guys, I'm all for Vuyo dropping the bombs, okay? I'm all for Vuyo drop some more. It's December, we abort Umkosi. If you look at our channels, go empty, guys, okay? Go empty, because there's no Mkosi. The celebrities are behaving, okay? So if Vuyo wants to drop the bombs, let Vuyo drop the bombs, okay? But let her crazy people not come for us, because we shall call them crazy, okay? Okay. Mamgo, we need to address the disrespect. The disrespect I can address even one by one. They know me on those that have come for me on Facebook, they know. Phela nami ngugogo, ma ugogo nje sizodila gogo to gogo. We can go to ulani wempesheni. Sime silandelane elokhuzeni empeshenini. Singahamba siye sasa siyohola impesheni esasa so 2. Si-addressane gogo to gogo makunjalo. Gogo to gogo. But there is no story that we're not going to do on this channel because of some crazy people. The Umsangalo law, guys. If there is a story to do on this channel, we will talk about it. People that have been here for long, they know. We do any story we want to do. Masa kuruming and it's because we don't have time to talk about the story or we are just not interested. If the story was about Snake, believe me, yes, it's a part of the show. They will find a way. Usnet, they will talk about the story that something that she did in 1902. Okay, so that's why I get to me. I know there's more to that story. The fact that they have not found a way to make it part of the show, there is something that they don't want us to know about that story. Otherwise, they would have made it even part of the special, they would have put it in there. The fact that they left it out, there is something that they don't want us. There's something that they don't want us to know, and I can't figure it. I can't figure it out. There is another thing, though, that when I was watching that episode, when I went back to watch season 2 of Ingane System, trying to understand the situation of Will's pregnancy to see if it goes with what she says. Remember that when she was pregnant with Nzulu, she was angry at the fact that Mpumelelo had said that he wants a virgin as the first wife. So when she had Unzulu, Mpumelelo was not around. Mpumelelo met Unzulu for the first time when they were shooting that scene. You remember the scene they shot with the mother, when the mother and aunt came, Mpumelelo was meeting Unzulu for the first time. And he had said that he had not seen Unzulu because Uvuyo had not been picking up his calls so that he could see the baby. Okay. It sounded like it's that thing that if they are fighting, then somebody is not going to see their baby. But at the time, I felt like, listen, if somebody is having my baby, I'm walking into that hospital. Like, I'm at the door. You might not let me inside the ward, but I am at the door. I am at the door. At the same time, you guys, we must not leave the other side when we talk about such stories. The stories of, it's not okay for us women. If you fight with a man, it is not okay for you to now make a decision to make him not see to prevent the man from seeing a baby just because you are fighting with a man. It's not your baby's fault. I know we're not ready for that conversation, but we need to have it. Okay? As a mother, that is not your children's fault. If your husband is not a good husband, it's not your children's fault. If your boyfriend is not a good father, it is not your children's fault. Your children need to see their father. When I tell them but the children need to see your father. So this thing also, if you're fighting with the father now, you can't see the babies. Now you can't see the children. Yeah. One day we must have that conversation. Now that's a big deal. They might add the Vuyo part to the new season. They might add it. You're right, if the story was about, isn't it? You're right, they might add it. Guys, I need to go, but I think I'll make time. No, but tonight we'll watch, we'll join Mom Go tonight. If I have time, I'll just do maybe 30 minutes. Mom Go, please put a notice so we know when you are coming on and we can join you. He has been going to Cape Town recently. He probably sees the kids. I hope he does, guys. I hope he does, Z. I hope he does. I hope he does. And I hope that, you know, the story about him not paying maintenance is not true. I hope he pays maintenance. I hope he sees the kids. Whatever issues they have between them, it's nothing to do with the kids. What happened? Yes. We want to know. Masters, we want to know what happened. They were supposed to Fanele ngabe balapha abantu. What happened? Yes. I was just hoping that Mseleko is going for the IVF in this season. That storyline, angazi nami kwenzekeni, because I thought ukuthi the IVF story was going to be a big part of season 8. Maybe it's the reason why also Makhumalo is just not herself. Maybe it is, because they did raise it in season 8, remember? And I was so happy. I was like, yes. Because I've always felt like Makhumalo gave in too early when it came to the baby situation. When Mseleko refused to take other options, Makhumalo was like, okay. And I was like, oh, no. This man has, so I know. So when they raised it last season, I was like, yes. And also, guys, it was going to be such a nice, different storyline from, we're going to watch something different from just wives fighting over a man, like a genuine storyline, like how nothing. So, guys, normally they just lied to us about them wanting to do the IVF so that we will think that they are considering it. I don't know. I'm confused about that. I'm confused that they mentioned it in season 8, yet they never did anything about it. I'm confused by that. So hopefully, like maybe in season 9, they will do something about it. They will explain it to us at least as to what happened after they had that sit down with Mseleko no Makhumalo had that sit down. What happened that we never heard anything about it after that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning. It's been so much fun. I appreciate it so much, you guys. Please watch some videos. Listen, December is usually a struggle, okay? Because niyahamba nemakhaya, maniyemakhaya hamba nama-Wi-Fi, please. Thatha nama-Wi-Fi nihambe nawo emakhaya, nibuka ama-video. Le nto yini yokuthi ngoDisemba niyawashiya ama-Wi-Fi, mase ningawabuka ama-videos ethu, bese thina singaholi kahle ngoJanuary. Ayikho right le nto yini. Ayikho right le nto yini. Take the Wi-Fi with you to the rurals in December so that we can make money in December. Anyway, yes, you guys, don't forget to check out Mom Go's channel so that we'll join her for the live later on and have some fun. Thank you so much, you guys. Ngithanda kakhulu.